walked away to stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or. 27. Come on. You better bring it.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, exit. Look, squeeze. Ready?
Now Jones operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready. 50 seconds left. Let's go. Man left. 4 down. Check. Let's go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
Go.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Set. 15 line. 80 weapon. Wide. Get wide. Check safety. Rock it. Right up.
Off the play fake. Jennings. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
On 1st down, Jennings. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Box drop.
From the gun, Jennings. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On the ready.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Come on, D.
2nd and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Back to throw. Jennings. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Jones. Back to the air on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the draw, this is Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
John, guard. Hey, orbit.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A 1st down carry for Foster. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Saquon Barkley, only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Watch the run. Bravo. Snap.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On the run, it's Barkley. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, let go. 27 Mike, 27. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. 47 to Mike, boy.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Giants.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Smooth. Let's get it.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the ass.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Ready, ready. 8 read. 61. Matchbox light.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Whip. Watch play. Delta. Get it.
Here's Hines. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Hines on the toss play. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Watch the block, watch the block, watch the block. Watch the block, motion, block.
2nd and long. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Ready to break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
47, Mike 47. I'm going to come back to you.
Hey, exit.
47 from Mike, boy, 47.
Jones now. Throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Jennings. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Two-jet bomber. Leo. Go. Lee Griffin.
Off play action. Jennings. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jennings. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10.
Alert 3.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
From the gun, Jennings. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Here I come. Mike 34. Scoot.
Look at me. Score.
A final shot before break. Jennings. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Kill.
Hey, Zoo.
Kill.
Look, screen.
2nd and 9 now. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jennings. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Orbit. Protein spill. We got double up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
Coming in.
Go.
March 47.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin.
Rock it. Rock that.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's got daylight. The 40. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Jones, off play action. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down